so glad that you're here. Nick Nyman with Nick Knits, and hi, it's episode 7, and I think it's going to be pretty short. Oh, look, Fezzik's ready to play. I think it's going to be pretty short and sweet, but first, let's start with my FO from last week. I promised you guys that I would show it to you on me, and I do have some B-roll. So let's insert that right here. There she is. Isn't it lovely? Hopefully that worked. I've never done that before, but yes, it's cute. It's definitely, like I said last week, I made the elastic a little bit too wide, so I probably should have had some negative ease on that, but it's fine. It's very comfortable. It still looks cute, so hopefully I find some time to wear that. That was the 6th Ave skater skirt, and it was a test knit, so it'll be coming out soon from the Little Wolf Knits. Let's go ahead and jump into finished objects for this week. If you were here last week, I'm sure you saw this one coming, but I finally finished my socks. I love them. That ribbing. I know I'm doing it again. That cable on the rib, oh my goodness, you guys, it just makes the sock fun. The speckles help too. I love these little Tweety bits in this yarn. This is from Expression Fiber Arts, and it was called like Legacy something. And then this is Meliza's from Knit Picks. I love both yarns. As soon as I got this, I already had this, and it pulled those speckles out so beautifully. And there are 2 socks. I did finish the pair. I was just so excited to use them together, and now that they're done, I'm even more thrilled with them. So there they are, finally done, finally off the needles. And I'm still undecided which are going to be my next socks. I always have socks on the go, but I just finished these this weekend, and so I haven't caked up my next yarn, but it'll probably be one of the last 2 yarnables because I feel like I'm getting behind. Not that there's a deadline or any kind of pressure to get those done, but I do feel slightly behind on that because the last 2 that I've gotten, I have not cast on yet because I had other fun yarns that I was excited to use. It's fine. It's all fine. Anyway, so that's my finished object. I hope you love them. Again, they're from Summer Lee Cuff Club Volume 2. And other than that, it's just a vanilla sock. I use my own numbers. I just make sure that it works with whatever stitch count you need for her cuff. And it did. They do. So, yeah. But I think that was the sock anyway. It was just vanilla, the rest of it, the way she designed it. So it's just about that fun cuff. Can you hear the dog like tearing out around back there? Look, they're playing with each other. People don't think for a second that he bullies her. She's the bully. She's the one who tries to get him to play all the time. And then she calls all the shots. She's just rolling around. He's biting at her. They're so silly. Anyway, sorry. Distracted. I could hear him tearing around back there. Okay, let's jump into this one next. So these are my whips. I have made a lot of progress, you guys. So my husband had to work this weekend, and when he works, it's always 12-hour shifts. So luckily he was on days, so we still got our evenings together, which is my favorite. But that meant that I watched a lot of television, and while I was doing that, I did a lot of knitting. So here we are. This I'm calling my Red Poppy Skyline, and that's because the yarn, guys, really? Fezzik, hey, you're really loud. Hey, Fezzik, you're so loud. Sorry. The yarn is from linen. It's linen quill from Pearl Soho in the color Poppy or Red Poppy. It's something like that. Look how pretty that is, you guys. It's like, It's not a true red. It definitely has like an orange undertone to it, and I'm just obsessed. I think it's so pretty. This Skyline Tee by Tori Yu is the pattern, and it's is that a saddle shoulder, I guess? Look how pretty that is. It's ribbed. It's kind of hard to say. Oh, there, you can see the ribbing on the shoulder, and then you pick up some stitches and do the back, and then you pick up some stitches and do the front separately, and then you join those two together. It's got beautiful shaping. I think it's gonna fit so nice. See how it's higher right here in the middle? So she definitely works a lot of shaping into that top, so I think it is just gonna fit so beautifully. You can already see how it lines up with my shoulders. Oh, I'm so excited. So I've gotten this to the point where it is joined in the round, and now it is just miles of stockinette. Just go, go, go on the stockinette, and then I'm gonna come back and put long sleeves on it. So here are my held stitches. I don't know if you guys use, so these cords are from Lantern Moon. I have Knit Picks needles, like an interchangeable set. Although these are not Knit Picks. These are, what are these? The Carbon, who is that by? I'm gonna have to put it on the screen here because I can't think off the top of my head who these tips are from. But what I'm trying to say is I have a bunch of these different needle tips, and all of them are compatible with each other, and they happen to be compatible with the Lantern Moon cords. And if you don't know, everyone knows about the ChowGoo, right? But obviously these tips aren't compatible with ChowGoo. It's a different system. But these Lantern Moon feel exactly like the ChowGoo cords. And they even offer the swivel. So these are swivel. I know it's hard to tell, but these are swivel cords. Highly recommend. And if you do the swivel cord, then to put your stitches on hold, you can just use one of these little connectors and connect your two ends of the cord together. So that's what I do. And it's little, it doesn't get in the way. And then you just pop your needles on there when you're ready to go and start picking up. I'm gonna have to switch to a longer cord, but it's all so easy when you have these little connectors. And those come, I believe when I ordered the Lantern Moon cords, because that's all I use now. Like I threw away my Knit Picks cords, and I just used, all of my cords are Lantern Moon, and I've just gotten them all on Amazon. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I think it's really important to know that like you can build your own set as long as you choose brands that are compatible with each other. You can build your own set and come up with the exact right needle set for you. And that's what I've done. And I love, 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 love working with all of the things that I have. So anyway, highly recommend the Lantern Moon. You know what? These carbons might be from them too. I'm gonna have to look. I'll look and see what these are, but I do love these tips. I only have a few random ones. This is a US 3, and most needle sets are gonna start at 4, go to like 4 to 10, 10 and a half. And I find that I end up needing 3s often. So I went ahead and purchased a few individuals pair of 3 tips. So that's how I've built an amazing, someday I'll have to show you guys the my binder and everything. I have a leather binder that I hold them all in, and it's not the one you're thinking of. I know which one you're thinking of. I did not spend that kind of money. I did spend some money on it, but not that kind of money. But the one I have, I love. I got it from Etsy. I'm obsessed with it. So I will have to share that with you guys today. But today is not that day. I have a football game to get to this evening for my son. It's all being held in one of my Nick Knits bags. She's a great designer and maker. It's me, guys. It's me. I do sell these bags, but in all different prints. But that's what's being held in. And this has a full 4 skeins. You know, the total project is 400 gram skeins, and it fits perfectly in this bag. So yeah, that's that one. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. It is a great knit. Tori Yu, I have not knit anything from her that I didn't love. Granted, I've only done a few patterns, but I've done several of her patterns, and they're always fantastic. One of the first things I think I did from her, I think it was probably the first one I did, was called the Positivity Hat. It is so cute. It's got like smiley faces. Obviously I'm a fan of smiley faces, but it's got a bunch of those on it. It's so cute. And I did it with mohair too, so it's like fuzzy and fun. It's right back there somewhere, but I'm not going to dig for it right now. Let's get into my other whip. I'm so excited about this. So this is called I'm calling it Cleveland News, but it's called the Newspaper Pullover. And the reason I'm calling it Cleveland News, if you were here last week, you already saw a preview of this, but look, you guys, it's Cleveland Browns colors. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm holding it the wrong way. That is actually a shoulder. Okay, so this is the front. See the shaping? This is the front. It's in brioche. These are the shoulders. Look at how fun this is, you guys. Again, it's on, it's not on a very long needle or a very long cord, so it's hard to show you. But it's got sections. So here you're just trading back and forth. It's just worked in the round. You start back and forth, then you join in the round pretty quick. You know how it goes. You know how it is. But each section, you trade your main versus your background. So it gives you these fun little like color blocks. And then you're just supposed to trade. So this really should have been orange with white, but I wanted to work in the brown too, because it's my Cleveland Browns sweater. So instead, when it tells you to switch colors, what it means is you switch these, like trade them. And instead, I'm working in another color. So I did brown and orange. I still traded the orange from background to front. But then I added in this brown, and then when it told me to switch colors again, I switched back to the original. And then on your sleeves, you're getting the opposite. Look at that. Isn't it fun? Look how pretty the sleeve is. Where's the other side of it? There we go. So here's your shoulder is right here. And this is going to be your shoulder cap. And then I'm almost to the point of splitting for sleeves, you guys. I'm so excited about it. And because it's brioche, it's like the most just, squishy. I love it. I guess I should have mentioned I am using Knit Picks palettes. They have so many color options with palette. You can do endless possibilities. So that's the yarn. And I'm just absolutely in love with this project. It is being held. Oh, look at my little stitch marker I made. This is from a bracelet that broke. So I just decided to use a couple of the beads because that like tiger's eye and put it on to my favorite stitch markers. These are, here's a little tip for you. These are toggle clasps. Let's see if you can see it. So it's a circle, but then where you attach your charms, this is a solid circle. And then where you attach your charms is on the outside. So it never, your charms don't like get caught on the needles. You get the full diameter, circumference, whatever, of that hole for your needle. So that's become my favorite. Anytime I make my own stitch markers, which is pretty often, these are the toggle clasps I use. So yeah, if you want to order some, they're just called toggle clasps. And it's like where there's a bar that goes into it, like if you were making a bracelet or a necklace. And I just use that end and then toss the bars because I don't know what else I would do with those. I don't toss them. I have them set aside. But what am I ever going to do with them? It's a bunch of little like bars. Anyway, if you think of anything, let me know because I've got a bunch of them. I'm talking like hundreds of them because they come in large packs, right? This is being held in another Nick Knits bag. This is one of my newer bags from my cozy, spooky cozy collection. And again, this is approximately a 4 skein. It's hard for me to judge on that one because the Knit Picks palette, comes in 50 gram skeins. So there's definitely more in here, but let's see. The white was actually, it's a undyed palette, and it came in 100 gram skein. And then I had several of these 50s in here. So yeah, I would say it's about 400 grams I have in here, roughly. And plus my project. And it fits really nice. And that's all the projects I have, you guys. That's it. I do want to talk to you about a few other things, but as far as the knitting goes, that's all I have today. I would say it's light, but I mean, it's 2 garments, and I finished my socks. So I do want to show you, a couple of upcoming things. So I told you that I'll probably throw one of these 2 yarnables on the needles next for my next pair of socks. And I would love to hear from you which one I should lean towards. So this was July's, and it's called Saltwater Taffy. Isn't that so pretty? And again, these are both from Yarnable. I am subscribed. And in like, what, a week, I'm going to get another one. So I'd like to get one of these 2 cast on before my September Yarnable comes, because it comes like within the first week for sure. Usually the first few days of the month. So that's right around the corner. September is almost here. Anyway, and then this one is August, and it's called All Your Eggs in One Basket. And I know it just looks completely neutral, but there's actually, if you look really close, oh, there you can see it. See these little bits of blue? So here's the picture. See all the different eggs? It's working all those egg colors in there. Isn't that gorgeous? There's even like some purple bits. It's hard to see the purple, but ooh, there you can kind of see it. Isn't that pretty? It's going to be gorgeous. I think I'm leaning towards this one. But this one's a month older. This is July's. So I also love it. And it's got some like variation in there as well. Hypnotic Yarns, y'all. She knows what she's doing. Like these colors she comes out with. I love being surprised each month. I really do. Like normally I want to be in complete control of, well, pretty much everything. But I love my Yarnable subscription. Every single month, it's like, oh, huh. And I just get the yarn now. I used to get all the extras, but I decided to scale back a little bit and just get the yarn. Anyway, I love that subscription. If you're not already on there, and they're not always accepting new people, but if you put your email in, then she notifies you when they are accepting new subscribers, and I highly recommend. And then another upcoming, so this was from our trip. We went out all over out west, but we spent a good bit of time in Buffalo, Wyoming, which we're already looking at land. Like, it's so amazing out there. We loved it. But these were my souvenir yarns. I got these from Mountain Meadow Wool. We actually got to go to, it's in Buffalo, and we got to go like tour their little mill. And then she has a little store in there. It was precious. It was so much fun. She had a video that like walks you through the whole process of milling their yarn, and it was fantastic. It was so much fun. But I got these there as a souvenir, and my intent was to work them together into a hat. I already have the pattern picked out and everything. So that's also an upcoming, but look how pretty those 2 greens are. And these are both, it's called Saratoga Combed Fingering and Saratoga Moss. This one's the moss. This one's fern. But it is, I thought it was just Mountain Merino Wool is what it says. Both of them say Mountain Merino Wool. So it is merino, but it's from out there. Like everything is like locally sourced out there and milled there and everything. So I'm really excited to use these too. So I'll be casting that hat on very soon as well. Okay, now that's all the knitting stuff. I do want to tell you guys about a couple things. Like I said, my husband worked this weekend, so I ended up watching more TV than I normally would, because normally we would be hanging out and like going and doing stuff. Anyway, so I did catch up on Wednesday, season 2, which they've only released the first half of season 2, and then sometime in September they're releasing the second half. But it was really good. If you liked the first season, you'll love the second season too. I watched Straw on Netflix, y'all. Let me tell you, it was a lot. It was intense, but it was good. It was well made. Heartbreaking, heart-wrenching the whole time. You feel for this woman, and oh, it was a lot. It's basically about the worst day of this woman's life, and then she kind of falls into like making it worse and worse. Anyway, it was good. It was good if you need to. I didn't cry, but like my heart was tugged out the whole time. So yeah, I don't know if I recommend that or not, but it was good. And then I watched the Lazarus Project. I had already started that, but I finished watching it. I think there were like a couple seasons of it. I don't think it was a limited series, but it was so good. So it's all about time travel, and it's a like fictional show, but it all is about time travel, and it really, like, more so than I thought it was going to. It really makes you think about like the morality of it because of reasons of why they're like resetting things and going back in time and just all the things, right? It really made me think. So yeah, I highly recommend that one too. It was really well made. The acting was fantastic. Again, that was on Netflix. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about on Netflix was Hostage, y'all. So this is like a British, like the main character is like in British, what is she? The Prime Minister. Her husband gets taken hostage at the beginning. And actually then there's another hostage situation. It's a lot. It's intense. It's so good. Oh, it was so good. Highly recommend. Again, fantastic actors and actresses. Really well made. It was fun to watch. It was intense. It was like edge of your seat kind of thing. But yeah, it was good. I recommend that one too. And then I'm currently listening. You guys, if you've been here before, you know I love Audible. I love listening to my audiobooks. I listen to them while I get ready in the morning. I love to, when I drive in my car, I like to listen. Just any chance I get. Sometimes if I'm just home by myself, I will throw my earbud in and listen while I knit. But yeah, I love Audible. And so I'm currently on Wolfhunter River, which is book 3 of the Stillhouse Lake series. It's a really good series. It's by Rachel Caine, and the main character, I also love like the Audible because they do like this has good narrators, but they do like different voices. There's a couple different narrators. So like there's one for, the female when you're in her, what's it called? From her point of view. And then there's a male voice actor who does when you're from his point of view, because there's a couple people. There's actually multiple people, and there might be more than the 2 narrators. I don't know. They do really great voices. But anyway, this series is really fun. So long story as short as I can, the main character, her husband was a serial killer. And in the very first book, you find that out immediately. And then this is going through like her life from that moment on. And she keeps getting like pulled into all these different situations and like trying to fight for her life sometimes, trying to fight for other people's lives, trying to help people like advocate for themselves. It's a really good series. Rachel Caine's doing a really good job. So I think there's maybe 6 books total, and I have all of them in my queue ready to go, but this is book 3 and it's very good. I think that's all I have. We have football tonight. Football Friday was not very fun. We got blown out, but this is like a state-bound team. Everyone who's I've talked to, which is multiple people from different schools and a bunch from ours. The school, they have a great football program, and they're probably heading straight to state. I don't think they're going to have any losses this year. So to start out against them for our season was pretty rough. But anyway, tonight is the JV game. So our freshmen, We'll be out there on the field. At least it's at home and we don't have to drive up there again. It's like an hour away. So yeah, we have that tonight. I'm petting my dog. That's why I keep looking down over here. He's a sweet soul and he needs some loves right now because I've been at work all day. Hi, baby. Yeah, so that, oh, he's coming up. Hi. Hi, good boy. Hi. You good boy. You good boy. Anyway, that's what we have going on tonight. So my husband's already there because he had junior high practice. He's a junior high football coach. And I'm getting ready to head over there shortly. He's sniffing all my yarn that's sitting here on this table. Can you hear him? Are you sniffing it? Does it smell good? Does it smell like sheep? Oh, hi, Mabel. Okay. We're devolving here. Oh no, he's climbing in my lap. Okay, you're too big. You're too big to be in my lap right now. Yes. Get down. Get down. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for dropping by. I'd appreciate a like if you're not already subscribed. That would be awesome. And I think we're at 105. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm just grateful you guys are here. In the description, you can check out my shop if you want to come get some knitting bags or some other stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff in there. I'm thinking about adding some stitch markers. I showed you guys those ones that I made. And yeah, I'm thinking about maybe adding some stuff like that in there too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it all goes. But thank you so much for being here. Yeah, that's a wrap. See you guys later.